In a world with many similarities to our own, there lies two planets that are both experiencing societal turmoil. One of them, the planet Remus, there lies a town named Hazel that is on the outskirts of one of the busiest cities on the planet. While society is strained with cultural change, in this town, there are beings that no one has seen and struggle not to be found as time goes on. The following is the story of some of the people who end up finding them through no fault of their own. This is Hazeltown Story. So yeah, you get into the thing. You find, based on old records that have not been expunged, that Drew's residence when at the school was they stayed on campus. But you found that before they enrolled, their address was listed as somewhere in the town of Oakbrook, which is like
where the fucking Renaissance place was.
Not it's by there roughly.
Well, yeah, Elvis is gonna give the okay. He's in Oakbrook, huh?
If we go back, so yeah, if I take you back here for a moment, I think does this have a map? Okay, yeah. If you look at the bottom right here, you can see where Steinwald is. Yeah, there's where generally they are. So it's like a handful of miles to the west of the city.
A bit further out than I was expecting, but
yes. Now, see, this does present a problem because if he lives out in Oakbrook, why was the robot coming? Why was your invisible friend coming over here?
Could it be that they've got a station set here? I mean, the bunch of companies all come here, so
Or they have an accomplice?
that too.
Well, since we don't have any leads on who that could be or any stations out here, I guess we're taking a trip out to Oakbrook.
No complaints here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So before you do that, did you want to go over and do the other team at Anthropo?
Well, we're gonna do that at night because we have his home address.
So you're gonna do the home address thing, or so you're gonna go visit Drew at night?
No, not Drew. Dr. Green.
Okay, so you're gonna go to his home address there?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Hate that every time I hear his name, I think of a fucking song.
Yeah, what song is that?
Dr. Green Thumb.
Oh, okay.
But that being said, before we do that, do either of the since it's a big length of time between the end of the university investigation and the nighttime does anything happen with either of the NPC investigations?
Which NPC investigations?
The things I've written in ad hoc.
Oh, let me check. Okay, NPC investigation. Okay. So, in regards to that, I'll just give you that. Ash is just finding out that yes, there has been some cases of like them stealing stuff. Also went and looked into, since you mentioned, the people who were, and kind of checked to see if any of the people that they knew that they were investigating from either Draco about the thing did not specifically, like, they were looking into it, but did not find anything that had to do with like their operation. Like they were not like attempting to do anything.
All right.
And Greg looking into what you described as the juggler thing. They have been noticing that there has been rumors put about how there might be a case where it seems like certain parties are getting preferential treatment in regards to they're getting access to gigs for public displays, for like for art venues and such.
Did he find any names?
Did not find any specific names, but that is going to probably be the next thing they look into, or he looks into.
All right.
All right.
Well, anyway, time to ruin a man's night.
Hell yeah!
Since this is actually, so when were you planning on doing the Anthropo thing or Dr. Green thing versus the which one of the two things that you're looking into would you do first, chronologically?
Depends on how long it would take us to get to Oakbrook, because it was like the afternoon when we went to the university.
I mean, it's like a 20-minute train ride.
Then, yeah, we do that first.
Okay. Okay. Then that probably could work.
I look forward to us having a very fun and normal time on this adventure.
Okay. So I'll say that as you decide to go to Oakbrook, it is either I take it that Bobby would just take like
Drive
there.
everyone there.
Yeah, drive. It's a 20-minute drive. You find their address. It is in a residential area in Oakbrook. And it is it looks to be in an area that has a lot of family housing, or a lot of houses that would house like medium-sized families. Like it's like a house, like 3 or 4 bedroom houses.
Is it a suburbs? Is that where we are?
It's basically a suburbs, but it's like more regimented, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Like it's a lot more. It's like one of those suburbs that was like each house looks fair. Like I'm trying to think of a way to
Like
visualize
cookie cutter
it.
houses?
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, that's still suburbs.
But yes, but it's not just like like it is like
Are you
those
talking
weird.
about a development?
Yeah, it's like a development. Like it's not just a suburbs. If you're looking at it, it's like imagine like one of those weirdly like uncanny ass areas.
Oh, I hate it.
Is it like well off or like not?
It's so the thing is, it is a area that is government zoned to be like very high efficiency of like houses. So they're like still a bit spacious, but still compact, if that makes sense. Like they all have their own backyard. They all are fenced in for. That's just how they're built. But it is still. You can fit a lot of people in a compact area. And
see.
these ones are meant for families.
Didn't know this guy was a family man. Anyway, once we're outside Drew's house, I am going to do an investigate roll to scope out the place.
Okay. All right. How like scope out the place are we talking?
Just what I can see from standing on the sidewalk.
Okay, then your position is going to be controlled. Your effect's going to be standard since it's not like you're just looking.
Just two.
Okay, 4 and a 6. So that's a success. You kind of look at the house and you notice that you're kind of just take a look around and you notice that there are lights on. Like you can kind of see lights on throughout all the other houses, but you find that this house is pitch black. You look in the mailbox and find that the mailbox is overflowing. And the lawns here are kept by, like, you find that there's been a lot of signs of not really been used.
Bobby will turn to the other two and say quietly, "Let's go around back."
All right.
Yeah, as you go around back, you find the same thing, that there has been a little bit of lawn care done, but anything in regards to like where things are standing, basically it's clean, but it's like you can tell that not really touched recently.
There like a garage or a shed back there.
Let's say that there's a shed.
All right, Bobby will nod toward the shed and says, "Can you two check that out?"
Sure.
Easy enough.
Meanwhile, Bobby will lockpick the back door.
All right. I'll have you two do the shed. How do you want to get into the shed?
I mean, there doesn't seem to be anyone home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's grip it and rip it.
Okay, you open the door, or you try to open the door, and you do find that it does open.
How boring.
As you go in, you find that the interior is very cluttered. Namely with a good number of what you can tell. There's a lot of parts. Parts to what? You don't know. But there's a lot of parts.
Do I feel anything off?
Right now, no.
Hey, Elmas, anything here look familiar to you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I roll investigate to see what?
You can roll. Yeah, you can roll investigate. It's controlled and.
Okay.
I would say. I'm gonna say normal.
Okay, stand
Yeah, it's controlled standard.
3 dice because I get 1 plus from my ability for investigates in controlled position. 4, 2, 4.
So mixed success. As you kind of look around, you can tell that these are robotics. Like a lot of these are, like you're able to pick apart some of it. You can tell that some of it's robotics parts, some of it's computer parts. You can't really tell, like, any sort of like, oh, because these parts are together, that makes for this. They're random assortment of parts, but you can tell that he had a lot of different kinds of things.
It's a lot of a lot, not like one specific thing.
So crap. It's all crap.
Effectively.
Shit. Well, I guess house it is.
Okay, so Bobby, you're
roll.
Yep. Since no one's really noticing you at the moment, it's going to be controlled. And your effect's going to be by default standard.
All right. 3.
6, 4, 2.
Success.
So that is a success. You managed to pick the door.
Oh, actually, that should have been great effect because I had the lockpick kit. Oh well.
Okay. So you get the door open. It does not trigger anything. And as you kind of just open the door, you can tell that everything is off.
All right. Bobby will wait for the other two to come back over.
Well, luckily you don't have to wait long.
Yeah, they probably would finish both things at the same time. Y'all find anything?
Parts,
Yeah.
just a random assortment of parts.
Yeah, jack fucking shit.
Well, Bobby will pull out his pistol. So let's see what we find inside.
Okay. As you find it is the remaining light of the afternoon bleeds into the room does not have the lights on. From what you can tell just from that ambient light, you can tell that there has been the tidiness of the outside betrays the utter mess that's on the inside. Either someone left the place in a hurry, or someone has been in here looking for something, and nothing of note looks to be. It looks like someone's just been digging around for something.
So it is just a mess.
Yes. You notice there that there are things that would and from what you can tell just from like some things that you see, like there is a TV, there is various things that you don't think it looks like anything has been broken in. You don't see any signs of break-in.
Do I feel anything off?
At the moment, you do not feel anything off.
Shit.
All right. How many floors are in this place?
Let's say it's a 2-story.
All right. Is there a basement?
How about I actually try and see what I can break here. Add a page. Let's also see if I can. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay, yeah, I should be able to do this. So we're going to bump you over here. Okay, so let's just do. Here is a fence. Like, here is scrape fence. Here is. Actually, I realized I should have drawn this differently, but oh well. There's the house itself. Let's see, here's the shed. So as you go in, you're going in the back. Let's just say there is a living room right here. There is a staircase leading up. Let's say a kitchen.
Oh boy, I love kitchens.
Let's say the living room actually kind of goes out into like here. Like this is let's see, this is staircase goes up. There is like a bedroom right here and like a utility room. Let's see. Utility, bed, kitchen. This area, like this whole area here is a living room.
Okay. And this is all just the first floor?
This is the first floor. If I were to give a layout of the... This is why I wish I didn't draw it so big. It's going to be your tiny. Look at the second floor. I imagine that the staircase is going to lead up to... Let's say all this area is open right here. Staircase leads up here. Oh, and there's a bathroom somewhere up here, probably in the... There. Let's say leads up to bedroom, office, bedroom, bathroom. So there's kind of roughly what you're looking at. So
No basement?
let's give them... It's going to be an open basement. Actually, no basement.
Alright. Alright, Ravia.
Mm-hmm.
You investigate down here. Elmeth and I will
Okay.
take the second floor.
Gotcha.
All right.
So who gets to go first?
Okay, so Ravia, what do you want to do, or where do you want to scope out first?
Well, I think we agreed the first floor, so I'll scope out the first floor and see if I feel anything out.
Okay, I will say as you kind of go through the things, you see that the kitchen has kind of been pretty slim pickings in there. Not a whole lot of stuff. You do as you open the fridge. I know I'm just going to tell you the stuff that is like there's zero reason to do an actual for. You open the fridge, and you do find that there is some stuff, like some perishables, and there is some milk there that is well past its expiration date by maybe a couple months.
Ooh, chunky.
You kind of poke around in the other rooms, and nothing really noticed. Like, there's nothing really notable other than everything seems to have been trifled with.
So basically, somebody left here in a hurry and never came back.
Correct.
Cool. Okay. Well, that's my thorough investigation done.
I was gonna say, is there anything more specific that you'd want to look at?
I mean, nothing really stands out.
Okay. Bobby and Ravia, or Bobby and Elmis.
You want to head to the study first, because that's probably where a computer is. And also files.
Okay. As you go in there, you find that this is actually, weirdly enough, the room that seems to have been organized. There has been a lot of stuff taken out, but there seems to have been some stuff that had, like, someone's gone through here, but trying to keep it a little bit orderly.
Alright, is there a computer?
You find that there is, at cursory glance, you find that there is an area where there would be, like, a good spot that seems like it might have been set up for a computer, but you do not find a computer in there.
Damn.
Does it look like there are signs that the computer was removed, or?
Well, that one you're gonna have to roll for.
All right, I'll go ahead and roll investigate.
Okay. Your position is going to be controlled. Your effect is going to be standard.
It's another 3 die. 6, 3, 1.
All right, so that is a success. You do, in fact, notice that there is something that you notice that there is like some indentation. Like there should have been a computer here, but it is gone. The monitor as well. There might have been some like a peripheral there, but there's like places where you know that you can tell that there was something there, but it is not there.
Okay.
I should also say, going into the study, there is a. Actually, I take that back. You do also notice that there is, there looks to be a safe in the room.
Ah. Is it intact?
You can tell that it has been. Someone has tried to get into it, but has not.
Alright. Bobby will head over to the safe and say, Elmas, can you give me a hand with this?
Sure.
Alright, I will. Guess sabotage. Crack this open.
Okay, so who's trying to do this?
Me. Bobby.
The sabotage is going to be controlled because no one's been noticed anything. Your effect. How do you plan on trying to open it?
Basically just the payday method. Like listening for clicks.
The effect on the.
Assume if Elmas is helping listen for that.
Yeah, I spent 2 stress to give Bobby an extra die, so.
That effect's going to be limited.
Okay. And then that'll be 4 die. Woohoo.
Okay, 1, 3, 2, 6. So you do manage to get the safe open. It takes you some work, but you do manage to get it open. Inside of the safe is a ornate box that looks to be some sort of jewelry set, and inside the box are 2 indents, one that is empty and one that contains a portion of a rock.
A rock?
Yes, it looks to be like a. I should say it should say a rock. It looks to be a. Well, it looks to be a like a. Let's see. How do I phrase this? It looks to be a. That looks to be a. Let's say. To be a gemstone that's about maybe the size of. Let's say. The size of like a soda can.
A big fucking gem.
What color is it?
It is a let's say it's cyan.
Cyan. Alright. Bobby will eye the stone, then turn it around to show it to Elmas and say, you know what this is?
Do I? Because I don't. Do I recognize it, Lolo, or.
You do not recognize it.
Okay, nope.
Bobby will look at it again. And then we'll go outside the study and do a summoning whistle to get Aravia's attention.
What is she, a fucking dog?
Well, he's not going to shout, so.
Fucking, I'm coming.
Okay, Aravia, as you get up the stairs, Bobby is holding the gem. Your signals are going off.
Fucking Aravia just rips the gem out of Bobby's hand.
Also, he wasn't holding the gem, he was holding the box.
Okay.
Rips the box out of his hand.
But still, the point, now that the box is open, that is that. You can looking at the thing, it is giving off a signal something fierce.
Well, I guess that confirms that. Bobby says over his shoulder to Elmas.
Aravia just gonna look at the gem quick and go, anyone in there?
Let's see. As you ask if there's anyone in there, the voice, or you hear a reply that sounds curious. That basically, it asks, or it basically says, I don't know who you are, but did you hurt Drew?
Who's Drew?
As you kind of say that, let me check something real quick. I need to make sure something happens. You feel an attempt at probing your mind.
Yeah, no, not having that.
Which causes the backfeed causes the the box you were holding to shake rather violently.
Bobby, seeing all this, will take several steps back.
Buddy, I would advise against that.
We talking to Bobby or the box?
I'm talking to the box.
The thing looks at you and is like, or the thing like calms down a bit and basically kind of as a look of a like, who are you?
The name's Aravia. What's yours?
The thing kind of pauses for a second and says, my name is Sophie. At least that's what Miss. Gotta make sure I got the name right. I couldn't write. It's like, is it How or Low? That's what Mr. Lowe called me.
Huh.
Bobby will mouth the word "Faye" questioningly in Aravia's direction.
Aravia just gives a quick thumbs up with her free hand. So, do you know what happened to him?
I don't.
Well, shit, neither do I. Did Drew regularly talk to you, or?
Yes, we were good friends.
I know time's a little weird for you, but you know how long ago it was? Last time you talked?
It was not long.
Huh.
I'm going to give you the rhetorical question of what day is it, but I will say that you respond with the correct day so that we don't have to keep track. I'm trying to have you don't keep track of at least like I'm trying to minimize the number of variables for you to keep track of, aka
Okay,
me
cool.
also. And Sophie responds with, I would say maybe a month ago.
That's a little less than recent, especially given that there's nobody here and all the food seems to have gone off.
Now, are Bobby and Elmas hearing this? Sophie
No,
Sophie
that's
saying
just-
this? All right.
No, you're just hearing my side of the conversation.
All right. Yeah, that's what. Just want to check. All right. Bobby looks around the house thoughtfully for a second, and then says to Ravia, "Ask her how many people were living here with Drew."
So, Sophie, how many people were living here with Drew?
It was just Drew and his parents.
They're gone too, huh?
Yes.
Did they know about you?
Yes. Drew's father is the one that found me.
Okay.
What's his name?
Let's just say Andrew.
Damn.
Andrew Lowe.
Imagine the parents.
I do that name. So okay.
No, that's fine. That's fine, though. Just
No, that's
wait,
actually pretty
Andrew
normal.
Jr.
Actually, wait, because that would be
Yeah,
make him a
junior.
second. Yeah, make
Yeah,
it
he's
junior.
junior.
Yeah.
Either way.
His parents found me, and also, his parents. Actually, there was. I guess for you, I don't know what you would describe it, though. Then again, if you're talking to me, then I guess I can. How there was also another one like me that we found much later. About when Drew was a boy. A bit of a peculiar one.
Was there anything off last time Drew talked to you?
Yes. Drew seemed to have a lot on his mind, and usually that's where I got put in the safe.
Okay. Anything in particular that stuck out?
Drew was leaving somewhere.
Was it on purpose?
It seemed like he had intention to do something, but he refused to say what.
Okay.
But he took hold on, I need to get I should before that's I should explain see, here's the problem is that I don't know how to phrase something.
What are the key points?
Well, it's more I'm thinking of, okay, I have a name despite I probably name it should. You see, there was another one like me, who is interesting. You see, Drew called him Hugh or Dewey. He was like me, but how do I phrase it? He is simultaneously one in many.
What does that mean?
It was like a singular, like he was found in a gem, much like me, but he or they, it was like they were a singular being made of multiple people.
So many voices is one.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds more like a colony.
They aren't not quite a colony because they're not, it's one singular being. But it seems to change through phases.
Huh. I still don't quite understand how that would make Drew go missing.
It's not that that necessarily went, he just took Dewey.
That
but
was
not
the
me.
name? Okay.
Yes. For lack of a better, we'll call him Dewey as a whole.
Okay. Any idea where Drew was going? Because it looks like he was looking for something before just leaving quickly.
So, the safe, or when Drew put me away, it really lowered my ability to kind of keep track outside. But from what I was able to tell, I don't believe that he it seems like there were people that came after Drew left.
Okay.
Yeah, Bobby can't figure that, but after Robbie asks the question, Bobby will like gesture for Robbie to follow him, and he leads her back into the study and shows her the marks on the safe where someone tried to break in.
Well, Sophie, it looks like someone tried to get to you.
Yes. It's the thing where I couldn't quite tell anything about what, but I did definitely feel that there was some attempt to get in. If it was Drew, they would know the combination. I
Do you have any idea where he went?
know. That's the unfortunate thing. It seemed like he had a lot on his mind, though.
Anything stick out to you?
He seemed to be a bit. He's been spending a lot of time tinkering with his, basically, with Dewey trying. I believe he was trying to make Dewey a body.
Huh.
And he had multiple ideas on how.
Okay. Any idea? Was it written down anywhere, or at least as far as you can tell?
If not, unfortunately, nothing that I could really tell. He, at least from here, I mean, I've not had a chance to, like, see your. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen what's all around here.
Do you mind if I take you with us to keep you safe?
You hear a pause, and Sophie says, "Well, I guess I don't feel like you don't seem to be.
Look,
I
let
would-
me rephrase this. We will keep you somewhere safe in the box if you'd prefer, but we will bring you back to Drew if and when we find him.
Yes, I would. If you do not seem to have. Before I say yes, may I ask, why are you looking for Drew?
Because
And
he
why-
seems to be caught up in some shit.
Do you happen to know what why are people looking for him?
Has Drew ever
Ask-
mentioned a place called Anthrobo?
Yes, he worked there.
Okay.
Ask if she knows anything about Orion.
You know anything about Orion?
Yes. They're the people that, well, they're the reason why I was locked up.
Yeah, okay. Your buddy Drew's definitely in some shit.
Well, I should say, I know that he had mentioned many things about the terrible things they've been doing. Nothing specific, but that they were bad people.
That's a good way of putting it, especially to people like you.
Yes.
Okay, well, as long as you're comfortable with us taking care of this, we'll bring you somewhere safe and wait on news back from Anthrobo.
Yes, then I will go with you.
Cool. Ravi is just gonna close the box now and just look at Bobby and go, yeah, it's Orion.
I gathered. I seem we're dealing with the Fae once again.
Aren't we always?
Apparently.
Yeah, no, it all points back to Anthrobo. They're in with Orion, I'm guessing.
Not directly. As I said before, my friend implied that Anthrobo was trying to deal with their Orion problem. Guess we'll just have to see what the other team discovers after they question Dr. Green.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Let's clear out of here.
Previous episodes of Hazeltown Story can be found at BeKindRewind.hazel.town or radio.hazel.town. If you would like to know more about the universe and have an interest in video games, you can watch LoloDePuzlo's Journal, our sister show, that can be found at theater.hazel.town or BeKindRewind.hazel.town. If you would like to keep up to date with Lolo, you can follow them at Coast or BlueSky at LoloDePuzlo. There is also a Discord server in which you can potentially catch episodes being recorded live at club.hazel.town. Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. I welcome you to come back for more.